We're going to be taking a look at the new interdimensional packs in NBA 2K23 Myteam, going over all of the new cards. As you guys can see in the game, we got some amazing dark matters. We got Luka Doncic, point guard, shooting guard. We got dark matter Bull, who can play the small forward position. I know people have been waiting for this card to drop for a while. And then also a fan favorite of this year's 2K, the dark matter Tim Thomas. So 3 insanely good dark matters that we'll talk about more here in a second. But those are going to be the 3 dark matter cards. Now for the Galaxy Opals, we even got cards like Kevin Porter Jr. If you guys don't know, his base is the best base in the game, so he's gonna have a really good jump shot. I believe he is also 6'6" at the point guard spot, right? Let me just quickly fact check that. Is he 6'6"? He is, so he could be a very nice budget point guard in the game. Mike Miller, I think he's 6'8" at the 2 or 6'9", so depending on the jump shot, he could also be solid. He's a 6'8" 2 guard. He could definitely be pretty decent. We also got for the Galaxy Opals Marc Gasol. I think he'll kind of be on that like Karl Anthony Towns type of level, where he'll be a good power forward, maybe not the best at the center position, but I think he could be solid. Also Shane Battier, I think Shane Battier is like another 6'8" or 6'9" card who can now play the shooting guard spot. Yeah, he's also 6'8" and he can play shooting guard with a 6'10" wingspan. I'll go more in depth on each card here in a second. I'm just giving you guys the overview real quick. And then for the last Galaxy Opal is Lamar Odom, another tall card. So a lot of good cards so far in the Galaxy Opals and the Dark Matters. Lamar Odom being a 6'10" small forward, but at the pink diamond tier, we got the pink diamond George Mirasan, which if you guys don't know, he is 7'7" in game with a 7'11" wingspan. Thank God he can only play the center position and not power forward, but and this could be the Yao stopper. Now, people are going to be like, oh, is he going to be budget? If he's a really good card and actually the Yao stopper and on kind of a Yao Ming type of level, he's not going to be cheap. He's going to go for the, taco fall price tag, maybe like a Big Z, maybe even more expensive than a Peter Gudmundsson. He's going to be expensive if he's super elite at that center spot and kind of comparable to a card like Yao. Also for the other pink diamonds, we got cards like Grant Williams. We got Isaac Bonga back at the point guard spot. Do we even have an Isaac Bonga card? I don't think we even do. Let me just quickly check. Do we have Isaac Bonga? I don't think we have, right? Is that how you spell his name? It is. So we don't have I don't think we have an Isaac Bonga card. So just to show you guys how tall he is, I'll go back to last year where I know we definitely got an Isaac Bonga. He's a 6'8" point guard, 7' wingspan. He could be another type of Luke Walton, Elgin Baylor, Joe Ingles, Usman Dieng type of point guard, which could be nice for the budget tier. And then we also did get Jalen Suggs. He could be a fun card to use. I just don't think he's really going to be that great, only being a 6'4" point guard. I think he's got a card, right? He doesn't have a card yet this year, okay? He's a 6'5" point guard this year, so I guess that is helpful that he's a little bit taller. But now, guys, to go through every single card, I'm gonna start off with the Dark Matters and just give you my expectations for what I think the new cards are gonna look like. But also let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this content drop? At least just on face value, on paper, looks to be a solid drop, I will say. And this does look to be a very solid drop. Like all around, it's got great dark matters, it's got great Galaxy Opals, even great pink diamonds, with Isaac Bonga, George Mirasan, Grant Hill could be solid. So now to go through the 3 dark matters, first one we're going to look at is going to be Tim Thomas. Get in the hero version, and I think is he kind of the headliner? I'm not exactly sure. I guess there's like 2 headliners because there's 2 cards getting heroes for the Dark Matters. We haven't even seen that yet because Jordan was the only card in his set, and then Jokic was the only card in his set as well. So we're getting 2 new Friday heroes to round off the, I think it's to round off the Friday hero collection for the Dark Matter new Bull. But yeah, talking about Tim Thomas, we all know was one of the best cards in the game for so long and probably had the best longevity this entire year besides maybe Yao Ming. He's kind of starting to beat him, I think, in the longevity run. But Tim Thomas, 6'10", but he can also play shooting guard. I forgot to mention that. You can see right here a small forward shooting guard Tim Thomas. So you're gonna have Tim Thomas type of level of card at the shooting guard spot, 6'10", 7'2" wingspan. I think it'll be really nice to see his stats getting upgraded, probably in the mid 90s for the stats for the defensive end. He's going to get more defensive hops because that's the only big flaw with Tim Thomas is he's outdated badges wise and stats as well. Because if you go to his animations, all they got to do, put this jump shot on very quick timing, give him the tray escape. That's most likely what they're going to do. Maybe give him the tray fade and then like the dame behind the back. That's all they really need to do for this card. And then obviously upgrade his stats and badges to 40 for the hero version, 40 Hall of Fames, and then 30 for the normal dark matter. And then, like I mentioned, they're probably just going to put his release to very quick timing, give him the tray escape and probably the tray fade, and now he's going to have the perfect SIGs in the game, and then maybe also quick drops off one as well, because he already does come with the front clutches. So for Tim Thomas, he's just going to get a quicker jump shot, the tray escape instead of the wall escape, and then he's also going to get maybe the tray fades and better dunk packages, but the main thing will be more Hall of Fame badges and just better defensive stats. And I think this card's going to be one of the best, if not the best, 2-guard in the game, kind of on that Tracy McGrady and Terry Dischinger level. Most likely he'll be kind of around that level at the shooting guard spot. Now, talking about Bol Bol, now this card is really hard to go over, because the last card he got was an Amethyst, but he's going to be a 7'2" small forward with a 7'7" wingspan. So he's now the tallest small forward in the game besides Big Z, but he's going to have amazing all-around stats. Once again, it's hard to really show you guys because the last card he got was an Amethyst, so I can't exactly show you, kind of like Tim Thomas and kind of compare the stats, but this man is going to have great all-around stats. For his jump shot, I'm not sure if they're going to keep his release. I would assume they change it to something a lot better, maybe a Kuzma base or a Rudy Gay base with like a Oscar Robertson upper if they wanted to soup him up, or maybe they just leave his own release on very quick timing. I still think he does have a very capable jump shot, and honestly guys, I don't think it's really going to matter. He's 7'2" at the 3. He's going to have very solid dribble SIGs. I would assume he gets like the wall escape or the tray escape, and then most likely would get the Lowry size up or like a Garland size up, something like that for Bol Bol, and then the MJ dribble style Dame behind the back, and he's most likely going to get quick drops off one and front clutches as well. So Bol Bol most likely going to be the new best small forward in the game, and then I would say Tim Thomas probably going to be the new best shooting guard. Really depends on his defensive badges and stats, and if they do give him that tray escape, I think that will make the biggest difference, and maybe they give him the Oscar upper over the tray upper. That could be a huge plus to Tim Thomas as well. And then Luka Doncic, he's the one that does need his jumper changed. If any card's going to get the release changed in this content drop, the one we're looking for is going to be Galaxy Luka, because he's a 6'7" point guard, 6'8" wingspan, has a solid player model. He has kind of the potential to be one of the best point guards. It's just this release really isn't that great, so I would assume they change his jump shot. I think they'll probably give him KPJ base with maybe Oscar upper. Not 100% if they're going to do that, but I would assume they give him the KPJ base. Maybe they leave the Luka upper on very quick timing. He's got a pretty decent fade. They might put that on normal or give him the tray fade, and then I would expect to see better dribble SIGs, or at least I would hope so, because if they don't, then this Luka card really isn't going to be that great. So for Luka, it's really a hit or miss if they want to change his jump shot, whether they give him a new base, a new upper, and if they give him new dribble SIGs, he's going to need a whole new animation set. His stats are solid. They're obviously going to make him a better defender. He's going to get more Hall of Fame defensive badges, which is cool, and he's just going to get overall stat upgrade, which is nice to see, but I think he mainly just needs a new jump shot and very good dribble SIGs as well, because if he gets the same SIGs and the same jump shot, he's really not going to be that great of a point guard card. So that's going to be the 3 dark matters, just going over them. KPJ, like I talked about, I think he's just going to keep his own jump shot, put it on very quick timing. It's already a super nice release, and he's a 6'6" point guard, 6'9" wingspan. That jump shot on very quick timing is going to be knocked down. He just needs better dribble SIGs. I assume he'll get the tray escape and most likely the Kyle Lowry size up. That's kind of what I expect for KPJ. He'll get the normal leaner or the tray fade. He'll get better dunk packages, and I think he could be one of the more fun 3 hunting point guards in the game with his really good jump shot. Mike Miller just going to be a solid 2 guard, same thing with Shane Battier. They're just going to be very solid tall shooting guards. Maybe they do get new jump shots. Lamar Odom, he's going to be 6'10" at the 3, but it really depends if they're going to give him a new release, because his jump shot, to be honest, really isn't that great in my opinion. The Usman Dieng base isn't my favorite release in the game. So all around, he's got some decent SIGs. I think they do maybe touch that a little bit. Dame behind the back. They probably give him a better escape. They probably give him a better size up escape, like a Trey or a John Wall. And I think he could be a very solid small forward. George Mearson, that really just comes down to the stats. Animations don't matter too much. His release might be decent. I'm not even exactly sure what his release looks like in game. He's 7'7" at the center position though. His release is probably not the best in the world, but if he gets a 3 ball where he can shoot threes, and then he also gets like 70 plus speed or 65 plus speed, he's going to be one of the best centers in the game, especially at the pink diamond tier. But most likely 2K probably just going to give him the 25 speed, 25 acceleration treatment, and then maybe like a low 3 ball, like a 50, kind of like Simbular. They might go the Simbular route, or they might go with like the toggle fall and juice him out type of route. I guess we'll have to see tomorrow. But yeah guys, that's going to be every single card in the new interdimensional set. I think all around around, it looks to be an amazing content drop, especially with those dark matters. And I think we needed this drop. We needed a drop where we're going to get these amazing cards at each position and hopefully some budget Bs like Isaac Bonga, George Mirson. So yeah, all around, I do think a great content drop, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.